Hello, I am Miss Crispy on YouTube, and I've made a few different types of videos here and there, and I've done a lot of different things. I've done funny videos, I've done crazy videos, I've done stupid videos, whatever. I really enjoyed making friends and connecting people through YouTube. It's really a cool place. That we have a community place where we can come and chat with each other and make friends and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So I wanted to kind of make a little bit of a response. I don't really do this because I just don't do it, but I finally decided to do it today because I watched a couple videos on YouTube and I was a little bit like, I was taken aback. I was like, holy cow, I can't believe people are on here fighting. So I wanted to just not really toss in my 2 cents. I just wanted to just give a little bit of an opinion, give a little bit more of an in-depth look at my experience, and maybe talking about what I've seen can help others kind of decide where they want to go with, if they do decide to side with either person. So just a little bit of background. I had gastric bypass, open gastric bypass Roux-en-Y on June 4th of 2002. So if you do the math, I will be 6 years post-op in June of this year. As of today, I'm around 150. So I started at 348 and I've lost just about 200 pounds. I fluctuate just like everyone does after gastric bypass, ups and downs, whatever. I can go up or down 10 pounds any given time. But starting at 348 and ending anywhere around 150 is where I'm at right now. So I've done really good, and my story is pretty exciting, not only to myself, but to my friends and family, people who have seen my changes. So when it comes to the food changes, that's where it gets complicated. I was a standard addict. I had 2 large pizzas at one sitting. I had, everyone always says I had this and this and this, and yes, I was that, definitely. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because that's my old life, but I will tell you that I was absolutely addicted to large amounts of food. After surgery, it was difficult for me because my rules were strict. My rules were protein and vegetables up until the point where you've reached your goal weight, and you can have a half a cup of wheat cereal once a week to help keep me regular. So I was eating protein and vegetables for the first month and a half or so. I did start incorporating carbs pretty early because an addict, if not kept on a strict follow-up program and having a lot of support, and kind of like an Alcoholics Anonymous situation, if there's not enough support, you really aren't going to, well, I personally, without a lot of follow-up and support, I fell back into my old habits. With the way the gastric bypass works, the absorption in the intestine is so rapid that if you eat certain sweet foods, it makes you feel sick, nauseous. You can call it dumping, but I call it death. Yeah, the reason I call it death is because when I eat sugar or chocolates or donuts or cakes or cookies or anything that has a high amount of sugar in it, I get super sick. Like to the point where either I have to lay down on my left side, I have to drink a lot of water, I have to strip down to nothing in less than my skivvies. I have to really just kind of chill out and take a moment for myself so I can let that food pass. And to tell you the truth, at first it was completely like mentally driven, like I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna eat. But 6 years later almost, it's definitely no longer a choice. I mean, it's a choice, like I can say, okay, I'm gonna eat this big piece of cake. But as I start taking bites, as I come to my 3rd, 4th bite, I start feeling this like the pit of my stomach like drops down, and I start feeling a little bit dizzy, and I start getting the fast heartbeat, and I start feeling nauseous. So to kind of talk to all of this back and forth about sugar-free, about carbs, about all that stuff, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. After almost 6 years of being a post-op gastric bypass or weight loss surgery patient, I can tell you that yes, it all comes down to your own decision. Whatever you decide to do for yourself, whatever works for you, you will learn through your stomach reacting, your body reacting, whatever. The love, the desire, the need, the drive for food, it never goes away. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still crave chocolate, sugar, sweets, donuts. Look at my channel, look at my videos. You will see that all I talk about really is food. And the reason why is because I have a love for food. But guess what? It controlled me for so long that finally now that I can actually look at a bowl of ice cream or they're handing out cake and ice cream at a party, I can just think. I get this mental connection in my head that says, guess what? You're gonna get super nauseous if you eat that, so probably shouldn't do it. So what do? I have a taste of the ice cream. I take a bite of the cake. I touch the frosting with my finger, I get that feeling, that taste in my mouth, and it's good, and then I have to be done. Not because I'm trying to make a good, healthy choice, but because I'm worried about being sick. That's basically it. Now yes, I'm a young girl. I'm not gonna say how old I am. That doesn't really matter. Experience and knowledge does not come with a number of age. What it comes with experience and knowledge is knowing that whatever your body's gonna do, you better get to know your body right now. I mean, yes, my body has changed. It's gone up and down from the week after surgery to nearly 6 years later. My body now knows, you know, how to react and what to do. That may change down the road. 10 years post-op, who knows? All I know is that I live every day, one day at a time. And especially with food choices, you just have to set rules for yourself that work for you. And yes, I think that the YouTube community is awesome. Without you guys talking to me and telling me what works for you, hey, you know, it helps me get back on track, absolutely. Every day of my life I think, oh wow, you know, like I should totally be taking my vitamins every single day and I should totally not be eating potatoes or whatever I eat. And your guys' feedback to me helps me remember and realize that, yes, 6 years ago, I was just like you. I was a couple of days post-op, holding my long scar, feeling like I wanted to die. And yes, I was just like another one of you that is talking about your success in running. That's so awesome. It's so great to be able to move and to feel good. And it's so great. Another person was saying, oh, I'm off the meds. That's so awesome. You know, some of these successes that you guys are feeling like can be brags or things like that, really? Holy cow, look at the changes we're making. It's amazing. You guys are so incredible. And without your guys' successes and changes, sometimes I forget, as 6 years post-op, how exciting those things were for me. Like now it's like an everyday thing. Like I wake up, I get dressed, I put my pants on, I button them, I put a belt on, I put a shirt on, and I go. Okay, so how many of you get up in the morning and when you're getting dressed, you worry about how you're gonna cover up your fat? How are you gonna tuck in your shirt? How are you going to sit in this chair and hide the parts of you that you don't want people to see? That's the kind of stuff that I don't even worry about anymore. And it's so good for me to sit and talk to you guys and listen to kind of some of the things that you're experiencing throughout your loss. Anyway, the bottom line is this, is I just really appreciate that you guys are talking back and forth and communicating about this. I think that we all need to keep an open mind and realize that if you're a day post-op, if you're a month post-op, if you're 2 years post-op, if you're 6 years post-op, or if you're 10 years post-op, or if you haven't even had the surgery yet, guess what? Yes, we each have our own path. And yes, we each have our own experience and our own knowledge. And we can help each other. Keep up the good work, and remember, change is possible, and start moving forward and begin with yourself. See you guys later.